So we have Deb Cudis, who is going to talk about workplace violence, an active shooter situation, and also cybersecurity. So take it away, Deb.
Hello, everybody. The reason I wanted to take up half of your lunch hour is because of two reasons. I want you to be able to, if you're involved in an active shooter situation, to go home alive. And I also want to make sure your personal identity is not stolen, because your life will never be the same in that case either. Okay? The reason I'm teaching you this, I was a police officer for 25 years. 20 years with APD, 5 years with UNM PD. So I think I know what I'm talking about, so hopefully I can answer all your questions. First thing, if you see something, you say something. It's not just a police officer's responsibility, it's not just your supervisor's responsibility, but it's everyone's responsibility. And I'm going to show you some of the things that when you see them, you recognize that you need to tell somebody about it. So we have a campus violence policy, right? But just because we have a campus violence policy doesn't mean that someone's not going to be able to walk on our campus and start shooting, right? They don't know what our campus violence policy is. We also have a bullying policy. It's in the red book, and it's also in the faculty handbook. No bullying allowed. No campus violence allowed. So Sandy Hook Elementary, I don't see how anyone cannot remember that shooting. 20 children killed, 5 teachers in 2012. So how many school shootings do you think have happened since then? Throw me a number.
2 dozen.
2 dozen. 4. 8. Would you be surprised? Yeah. And that includes suicides on campus, anything with a gun. People shooting at each other, gangs shooting at each other, guns going off in backpacks by accident. So yeah, it's become really white noise to us, hasn't it? It happens every day. And then we go on about our business, and then the next day it happens again. We've had 6 university shootings in the past 40 days. 6. Okay? This one, this guy, oh shoot. I forget how to use this thing. That guy right there killed that faculty member, that professor, that was his boss, and his girlfriend at home before he went to the university to shoot them, shoot his supervisor. The Oregon shooting, okay? 9 people killed, right there. This guy here took 7 bullets to try and stop the shooter. And the reason I bring this up is because somebody's got to do something to stop the shooting, right? Okay? And I don't mean you have to, run at them and fight them. But if you can just throw them off a little bit, throw your Coke in their face, throw something at them, they're not expecting that. They are expecting you to cower in a corner and let them shoot you. But the minute you throw them off just a little bit, they typically kill themselves, and that's what we want them to do. Northern Arizona University. Now, this is what I'm talking about. If you see something, say something, okay? These are his Instagram photos, okay? Holding a gun in all of them. His hashtag, gonna kill shit. There's a problem there. You've got to tell somebody about those things. If they're writing papers in their class in the university, and you're reading it going, oh my God, something's wrong here, call the police. I know Gallup has their own police department, UNM has their own police department, but if you're in Taos or Los Alamos or Valencia County, you need to call your local police and you need to notify them of those things. Texas Southern University. Tennessee State University a couple days ago over a dice game. If you click on that link, you can actually watch the shooting. They have it on video. A few hours later, North Carolina Central University. Here at UNM, oh shoot, sorry about that. This was a professor and a graduate student, and her ex-boyfriend followed them to his house and killed both of them. And the reason I bring this up is because when they did a search warrant on his house, they found the classroom that he teaches at UNM. So if the jealous boyfriend didn't know where they lived, he could have come here and gone to the classroom and started shooting. Are you safe at church? No. The mall? No. Supermarket? No. 3 killed. Work? Absolutely not. The movie theater? No. If you're in a movie theater and you're sitting there and somebody comes in shooting, what are you supposed to do? What do you do? What should you do? Get down. I see a lady saying, get down on the ground. Get down on the ground, because they're going to be shooting like this. Get down on the ground and just pray that they're not walking up shooting people on the ground, okay? Now, I sit at the very top with my back to the wall because nobody behind me is going to shoot me in the head, okay? Now, there's only so many seats up there, right? Now, everybody's sitting up there, if you notice. But if the person gets all the way to the top and they turn around and they start to go down again and they're continuing to shoot, the people behind him, you know, you can jump on them, trip them, do whatever you can to make them stop shooting. Somebody's got to do something. And you need to start thinking about that in here and not when it happens, okay? So there's some people in here that just feel like, I couldn't do it. But you have more fight in you than you ever thought you did. I met the woman from the Gabby Gifford shooting. She's older than I am. I'm 57. She's shorter than I am. And the guy was shooting people. He ran out of bullets. He dropped his magazine, took another one out of his pocket, and was going to put the magazine in his gun and start shooting again. She was next. She grabbed the magazine out of his hands, and then 2 men jumped on top of him. That's how that shooting stopped. Okay, you've got to do something. I'm not saying you might not die, because you might. You might. But you got to do something. You can't just let them shoot you. There's one universal, the emotional leakage. They get on their Instagram, on their Facebook. They write papers in college. None of them just snapped, okay? It's been growing inside of them, and they don't keep their intentions secret. If you click on this link here, it's really an amazing story about why they do what they do, how you can stop them from doing what they do. It's a great article. This guy told a friend, in 7 days I am going to go to a college campus in South Carolina and start shooting people. His friend didn't tell anybody. Oh, I thought he was kidding. 7 days later, he went to a church prayer meeting, killed 9 people. Look at the pictures of him on his Facebook. Here he's holding a gun there, burning a flag. You can't let that stuff go. Now, profile of a shooter. Throw me a race, an age, income, IQ. There isn't one. I hear there isn't one. Anybody else? There isn't one. Except the crazy eyes. Right? This lady here, faculty member at University of Alabama at Huntsville. They took her tenure away. She's sitting at a conference table with other faculty members. She kills 3 and wounds the other 3. Just start shooting at the conference table. You don't think that could happen here or at your campus? Oh, it could happen. Workplace violence, 6,000 people, victims of homicides over the past 10 years. 2 million have had some kind of violence taken upon them annually. 6 million are threatened annually. So what's the leading cause of death for women at work? For men, it's they fell off a ladder or something like that, or a medical episode. For women, ex-boyfriend what? Homicide. Number 1 cause of death for a woman at work is murder. Lots of places to go for help. Your local police, supervisor. Here at UNM, we have a faculty intervention team, but that phone number goes straight to our police department. Dispute resolution, Women's Resource Center, LGBTQ Resource Center. We just started a Lobo Respect Advocacy Center, and I think Gallup has one too, if I'm not mistaken. I called our advocacy center, and they said that any branch campus can call them. And it's really for anything, but they started it for sexual violence and stalking and things like that. But if there's anything you want to report to them, they will help you and send you to the right people. Never, ever, ever give up. You hear a gunshot, you never give up, okay? There's only 3 things you can do when you hear a gunshot. And I could have taught these 2 classes in 5 words, but I wanted to take up half your lunch hour. This class is run, hide, fight. Those are the only things that you can do when you hear a gunshot go off or when you're in an active shooter situation. All right, now I need to start this video. It's a 5-minute video. This is the video that every police department in the nation is showing to people, okay? The guy that's the shooter in this situation is obviously not how they're going to look, because if you can't pick him out, there's a problem. But here you go. Do you have sound? Do we have sound?
Movie than reality. It may feel like just another day at the office, but occasionally life feels more like an action movie than reality. The authorities are working hard to protect you and to protect our public spaces. But sometimes bad people do bad things. Their motivations are different. The warning signs may vary, but the devastating effects are the same. And unfortunately, Unfortunately, you need to be prepared for the worst. If you were ever to find yourself in the middle of an active shooter event, your survival may depend on whether or not you have a plan. The plan doesn't have to be complicated. There are 3 things you could do that make a difference. Run, hide, fight. First and foremost, if you can get out, do. Always try and escape or evacuate, even when others insist on staying. Encourage others to leave with you, but don't let them slow you down with indecision. Remember what's important, you, not your stuff. Leave your belongings behind and try to find a way to get out safely. Trying to get yourself out of harm's way needs to be your #1 priority. Once you are out of the line of fire, try to prevent others from walking into the danger zone and call 911. If you can't get out safely, you need to find a place to hide. Act quickly and quietly. Try to secure your hiding place the best you can. Turn out lights, and if possible, remember to lock doors. Silence your ringer and vibration mode on your cell phone. And if you can't find a safe room or closet, try to conceal yourself behind large objects that may protect you. Do your best to remain quiet and calm. As a last resort, if your life is at risk, whether you are alone or working together as a group, fight. Act with aggression. Improvise weapons. Disarm him. And commit to taking the shooter down, no matter what. Try to be aware of your environment. Always have an exit plan. Know that in an incident like this, victims are generally chosen randomly. The event is unpredictable and may evolve quickly. The first responders on the scene are not there to evacuate or tend to the injured. They are well trained and are there to stop the shooter. Your actions can make a difference for your safety and survival. Be aware and be prepared. And if you find yourself facing an active shooter, there are 3 key things you need to remember to survive. Run, hide, fight.
Okay, Vanessa,
Here.
I can't do that. The cops aren't going to save you. Trust me, 25 years of experience. We get there when it's over. Got to do it yourself. No matter where you are, church, a movie theater, a mall, a restaurant. I want you to always look around and know how to get out. Try to keep your back to the wall so you can see what's going on. And I prefer to sit in aisle seats. Any questions about that? Why does it look like it's... Hey, Vanessa? Looks like it's dark. Any questions about that one? Run, hide, fight. If you can get out, get out. Don't try to be the hero. Get out. Any questions? Okay. Now we're going to talk about cybersecurity real quick. And when I talk about it at the university, I tell professors and students, of course, it's one of the #1 issues going on right now. But if people can hack into our network, they can steal our research and steal our social security numbers. And like I said, if your research is stolen, you can't patent and publish. And that's why people are professors, right? Somebody's going to steal your research, and they're going to patent and publish it. And of course, if your personal identity is stolen, like I said, it takes years if you can even get it fixed. There's 2 kinds of people in America today. Those who have experienced a cyber attack and know it, and those who have experienced a cyber attack and don't know it. Which one are you? So 91% of targeted attacks start with a phishing email. And you will know what a phishing email is at the end of this in about 5 minutes. Same email security rules apply to your smartphone and to your Facebook or social networking. I don't want you clicking on videos in Facebook because they might have viruses on them. Okay? You might know the person that posted it, but you don't know who they got it from. And on your smartphone, how many of you have virus protection on your smartphone? 1. Maybe a couple others. Your smartphone's just like a computer. You click on something with your smartphone, and that virus can be downloaded on it. Universities are a prime target for hackers. In 2015, at least 9 major universities were victims of cyber attacks, and there were a lot more smaller universities. University of Virginia, Harvard, Johns Hopkins, Maryland, Connecticut, Miami, Rutgers, Rhode Island, and the University of the California State University. What about UNM? You think we haven't been hacked? How many spam or phishing emails do you think UNMIT blocks daily? Daily. Thousands. Thousands. What? I know, right? So if you get one, of course you're going to know what one is when you leave here. Forward it to spam drop at unm.edu. When you do that, they'll block that IP address from reaching other people in the universities. Okay? Now, why universities? Because of the tons of research and personal data that we have on our servers. That's why. Our professor's information is out there, right? They're an expert in such and such, okay? So people go, oh, God, I need to hack into that professor's email and start stealing their research. So can we agree on 2 things? If it's on the internet, it's not private. Yes? A lot of nodding. And anybody can say, there's somebody else, right? You don't know who's behind the other side of your email. Cybercrime. 6 billion email scams are sent out monthly. 6 billion monthly. Cost us last year $113 billion to people who fell for those things. Okay. 110 million Americans, 47% of Americans last year lost some personal information to hackers because they went to like Target and Kmart and P.F. Chang's and they charged their meal and whatever they were buying on their credit card, and they had been hacked and they lost all that information. Now, scary, Blue Cross Blue Shield. What does that mean? When your medical information's stolen, so your medical identity is stolen. What could that mean to you? I'd rather lose my credit card information than my medical information. Because if somebody takes your card and they go to the doctor and the doctor finds that they have cancer or Alzheimer's or AIDS or whatever, that's going to go on your medical record. Then you're going to start getting bills. Their blood may be different than your blood type. So, I mean, that could cost your life in a surgery. So, medical identity theft is a growing problem and one that I hope you never realize. So what do you do to protect yourself and your research from hackers? It only takes one click by one person to affect our whole network, and all your social security numbers are gone, okay? So you have to do something to be attacked. You don't get viruses if you don't click on something. So never click on click here. So that's my 2 other words. It's run, hide, fight, never click. Don't click. Never give personal information to anyone over the phone and internet. I mean, if I asked you for your social security number, would you give it to me in person? Then why would you give it to somebody over the phone or over the internet? Okay, if you don't know them, nothing's free. If it sounds too good to be true, it's not true. You hover over the click here with your mouse. Don't click on it, just hover the mouse over it, and then you'll see where it's really going to and where it really came from. It may look like it came from Wells Fargo, and then you hover over the click here, and it's going to somebody's house. So here's some just from the past 2 days at UNM. This lady, right? Y'all saw that one? See? They got the, did anybody click on them? Oh, thank God. Okay, so your mailbox limit, storage limit has exceeded its limit. And you got to click here if you want to get more emails. Well, don't send me emails, and that's less work for me, right? Just look at it that way. So this here, Lucia Nicole Lowe, is a UNM employee. So just because you go, oh, I wonder if she's an employee, and you look her up, oh yeah, she's in the directory. No, her email was compromised. So it sent you all this. And when we looked in her sent email, it wasn't in there. So it didn't even show up in her sent that went out to people. Anybody get from Deanna Sanchez this week? Click here to update your email user account now. Don't click on stuff. This is my favorite, because what's your first clue? Okay, this was an email sent out to UNM community from Employee Benefits. So it's misspelled, right? So the actual sender it came from Italy. And it says, click here to find out what your raise is this year. So what's your first clue? We don't get raises. right? That's right, no raises. So it just takes one. So spread this information to everyone you work with. Don't click on things. You, as a university employee, you can get software on your home computers for free, but antivirus software can only save you from known viruses, and there's over 300,000 new viruses every day coming out. So sometimes it takes a month for them to catch up. So you can't always count on those things. If you see these on your computer, that spyware is detected on your computer, click here and we'll fix it for you real quick. Don't click that stuff. Those are viruses. Another way you can get viruses, thumb drives. I tell all my professors that are going overseas, do not pick up thumb drives at the conferences and bring them back here and stick them in the computers, okay? Because a lot of times they have malware on them. Allow remote access? Never. Unless it's UNM people and you're on the phone with them. Okay, don't let people looking at your email at home, I mean, not your email, but pretending they're fixing your computer at home. I have some terrible stories about that. Turn off your computer at night. I wasn't so good at doing it, and one morning I came in and it said, and it looks like Novell stuff that we have here at UNM, right? Put your password in here to get on your computer. Well, that's from China. China is up between 10 at night and 2 in the morning trying to hack us, okay? And they put that on my computer and not Alicia's computer. So if we had put our password in there, that would have just started a big mess for everybody. Every time you're on a website, log out completely. Okay, if you're on Amazon, log out. Facebook, log out. You know, don't just minimize it and leave your computer on, because that's how hackers get in, through your open cookies, okay? And always shut down your computer at night. If you've responded to a phishing scam, these are the places you can report it to. Don't be ashamed to report it. 50% of Americans mess up and it costs us, and we want to prevent it, you know, the other 50% from getting those same scams. So please never be ashamed to report that you got scammed, because it's happened to all of us. Cell phone location tracking. Does anybody have a Apple phone? Okay, let me get my Apple phone real quick. This won't take long. Whoever's got an Apple phone, oh geez, somewhere in here. Under my tennis shoes, okay. Go to settings, go to privacy. Go to privacy. Everybody at privacy? Yes. Go to location services. Go to system services at the bottom. Okay. No, it's but at the bottom. Okay, are we there? It's at the bottom. Yes? Okay, now hit frequent locations. What do you see under frequent locations? Your frequent locations? Yeah. Yeah.
What if our location settings is off?
That's what I'm going to tell everybody, turn it off. If you don't want people to know where you've been every minute of the day, because it'll show you. If you have an Android, there's the website to go to find how to turn it off there. Again, put antivirus software on your mobile phone, and do not put a password in to your computer or your phone from an unprotected Wi-Fi. Okay? If you didn't put a password on the Wi-Fi, Don't go to your bank account, your credit card account. Don't be at the airport going to Vegas going, oh, I forgot to transfer some money from my savings to my checking, and do all that stuff at the airport, okay? Because people all around you can see what you're doing and hack into your computer real quick. Those are the other classes I teach. If you just email me, if you want the presentations, I will send them to you. And run, hide, fight, don't click. Thank you.